It's Super StarCraft Bros.
Diamond Friday.
Maybe?
Yeah. It is.
It's like the Terran symbol just like plopped down on the ground, like the command center just spit out a welcome mat. That was
Well, you know they come with those now.
kind of cool. Welcome mats?
Yeah. So that way the SCVs can wipe their feet while exiting.
They never touched the ground. Why would you need to wipe your...
It's
What
proper.
exactly are they flying into? Large piles of zergling poop?
You never know.
Alright, so we have a... Let me look at the whiteboard. We have a TvP on Akilon Wastes.
Yep. You know they have this map in Wings of Liberty. It's called Akilon Flats.
The wastes have rocks you can destroy.
Indeed.
What a waste of rock.
Collapse.
Those one rocks that you can't say.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we have a diamond level game. It is beta for Heart of the Swarm and Iron Sparks. I'm Jay.
I'm Iron Sparks.
I told you that. Who's playing?
In our top left corner, we have our red Terran Thorknight from Clan Only. And in our bottom right corner, we have our blue Protoss Tharkun from Clan HFR.
Have fun.
Rerun.
Righteousness. And only. Alright, it's kind of cool that you have all the clan names now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alright, so let's see. Scouting probes sent out about mid-map right now to scout out what the Terran opponent is doing. And if we take a look at the fancy production tabs with their buttons attached to them, now we got a Rax going down for only Thorknight. He's going to close that door on that scouting probe with that supply depot. And back at Tharkun's base, we have a gateway. And seriously, you never really have to move the mouse away from the production tab now. So very, very standard. It does not look like there's anything too cheesy going on in the very, very early game. And of course, we have that 15 orbital command going and cybernetics core timed almost exactly the same. So we should be in for a good game.
Yeah. Recently, there's a new Heart of the Swarm patch yesterday.
Oh yes, you were. I forgotten everything about it. What do you got?
Well, the Oracle, they changed Envision from lasting 30 seconds to lasting 60 seconds.
So 60 in-game
Yeah.
seconds, so about a minute in-game. So that's pretty substantial. And if I remember correctly, Iron Sparks, that's provides detection.
I don't know.
Oh, thanks, thank you.
For Terran Widowmine, they further sync the damage to the single target. It went from something to even more.
So they raised the attack power
They
of
added
the main target.
Yeah, they added plus 35 shields
So it does additional damage for its Protoss, which
Yes.
I think is a good call.
because they were having so much trouble with Protoss.
Well, the ghosts suck. I mean, they're supposed to be the special ops assassin type people. They suck.
Yeah, but now that totally eliminates any drops.
I don't know. I don't know if it eliminates that. I mean, you have to then use supply and resources to Stargate to plant a bunch of widow mines around your.
No, you just need like one or
workers.
two,
Well,
and it destroys the war prison.
It doesn't latch on to air units anymore.
Yeah, it does. It just doesn't latch on to cloak.
No, it doesn't do air units
I'm
anymore.
pretty sure it does.
We'll have to check on that. Leave a comment down below if you know that widow mines attack air units now.
Alright, so we got a command center coming from Thorknight and a Stargate coming from Tharkun, because apparently Skytoss is a pretty powerful build.
Yeah, so we'll probably see really early oracles out for Thorknight, and we do have the widow mine out. So actually, we might be able to see if it does indeed attack air units in this game right here.
At enemy ground and air units that get too close.
Well, that's stupid. It's a landmine. What the hell?
Alright, so as you can see, previously it did 125 damage. Now
Actually,
it's
they can't see because the thingy's there.
well, I'm telling you. 125 damage to the primary target, now it does 125 plus, well, I think it was 35 shields.
Yeah.
And then for the Zerg, it changed fungal growth, the projectile speed, it lowered it. And for spore crawlers, it does 15 plus 15 biological.
Okay. We have a starport coming on the way for Thorknight as well, so he's going to have his air units. And we have the first Oracle out for Tharkun, and it is heading, it's making its way over across the map.
Yes, Envision allows...
That sentence was like, which way do we want to say this? It's heading over there, or it's making its way?
Envision does allow the Oracle to detect cloaked, burrowed, and hallucinated units for 30 seconds, which now does it for 60.
Yeah, so this is pre-patch. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so here comes the Oracle. Not not a lot of energy on it, but it should have enough energy to do its attack. And
see, if that had been the new,
I think it would have taken the Oracle
it would have,
because
the additional 35 would have killed it.
Ah.
So now Widowmine's one-shot oracles.
I got no problem with that.
What? Then what's the point of getting it? You just.
All right, I kind of do have a problem with that.
it
is a little overpowered versus Protoss harassment. They'll probably get rid of that quickly.
I mean, literally, all you have to do is plop them right here, and you never get harassed by a Protoss.
Well, I mean, if you send 2 oracles in,
then, well, even then, if they just sit there on top of it, wait for it to reload, and then shoot again.
Oracles build really fast. Sorry, that was probably like, ooh, look at that. But
it takes 50 seconds.
It's not bad. Alright, well, it does look like Tharkun is going to continue Oracle production. And let's see, back at Thorknight's base, we have let's see, a bunker going down on the low ground. We got a bunch more of these OP Widow Mines coming out. Marauders and Stims. So, this will be interesting.
Alright, now we can see the
Widow Mine drop?
we can see the new ability the Medvac has, the Ignite Afterburners, which increases the Medvac
so someone from
speed
the
by 70% for 8 seconds.
So someone from the battlecruiser development said, "Hey, you know what? We should put these afterburners on the Medvacs." Do the battlecruisers still have that afterburner thing?
I don't remember.
I don't know either. All right, so here comes the Medvac with a Widow Mine drop. Never heard of this. Never seen it.
Well, have you really been paying attention to the...
No, I've been busy.
Yeah, so I think Widow Mine drops have been pretty popular.
All right, well, let's see how it works. While that's moving into Tharkun's base, we do have Zealot Legs coming on the way for our Protoss player, and back at Thorknight's base, we have +1 attack going for Bio. Stim's about halfway finished. Marauder production has continued, and he is doing more medvac. So it looks like he's going mostly Bio for this, just using the factory yet. And there goes the afterburners. And all this is going to be incredibly interesting. All Widow Mines thrown down in the mineral line, and they burrow immediately. That poor probe. Well, that essentially has shut down mining for a little bit.
One benefit is that he does have all these oracles, so if he does remember to use Envision. And over, this is also shut down over here. 2-shot, that Stalker. This will probably die soon. He does throw off... how does he see?
Okay, so he did activate...
Oh, he is activating.
He did activate the Vision, and now these oracles are going to clean up these harassing
will die.
Lines.
Oh,
and,
no, it won't. It will survive.
It does not die because, of course, that 35...
Yeah, but it's because this one was just not off cooldown yet.
I wonder if Blizzard made that little 35 thing just for oracles.
You know, I don't know.
Because, I mean, that's kind of coincidental that, you know, a wind mine hits an oracle and bam, 35 life left. So interesting. A lot of missile turrets going up around Thorknight. So that was an interesting little maneuver. Tharkun, I think, only lost 2 probes in that whole attack.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He did shut down mining time for a long time. And he forced a little bit of energy to be used on the oracle.
But I don't know if it was long enough. I mean, he forced some energy off 2 oracles.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... I mean... It wasn't too drastic, but I mean, I think it a little bit cost effective. Okay, here we go, a counterattack from Tharkun.
Alright, you normally don't see these used in a head-to-head battle, but the oracles are doing pretty good damage.
They are.
The only thing is
Vikings are doing pretty good damage too, though.
Yeah, because the thing is, there's nothing to attack these Vikings.
Yeah. Now the thing is, a lot of the ground army's been wiped out for Thorknight, and it looks like these SDVs are going to be easy picking for these speed locks.
But you know, there's nothing to detect these Widow Mines, so whenever they do rearm themselves, and they can do a lot of damage. And if he lifts the supply debuff, which he should, but he won't.
No, I mean, the Zealots run right in. They're going to pick up a couple Vikings. There's a tank down there providing a lot of defense, so a bunch of the Zealots melt away with those siege tank blasts. And it looks like Widow Mine's just about to reactivate, and 2 of the Zealots are taken out. But of course, Widow Mines, the downfall of them though, they take forever to reload. And this little Zealot Oracle attack has done a lot of damage.
You're not supposed to let him get into your base.
No, you know, you're supposed to like close the door, not open up another one. So now these 4 stalkers are like, we'll take the place. It's cool with us. Tank goes down. There's a bunch of Marines now to clean up these Stalkers. I like the placement of the command center to kind of throw off Tharkun. And also annoys Iron Sparks is going, hey, move. That was an interesting little counterattack. So whatever damage or economic pause happened.
And a lot of damage back here that we missed.
I wonder if we had another...
It looks like he did try to drop, but it looks like he didn't kill that much. I mean, just looking at the...
Again, I mean, Tharkun ran a lot of... 6. He got 6 worker kills. To Tharkun's 21 in that.
So really, he only got like 4 there.
Yeah. It's actually kind of surprising that we don't have do we have a forge down for Tharkun?
No.
It'd be interesting. Just a couple cannons. It's gonna throw off some of that harassment.
But now we are going to be seeing some high temp because he is halfway done with Storm, getting that out to start building up the energy. But now that a very, 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 very small platoon.
I don't think it was that small. That was way too many berries. Platoon?
Platoons.
Yeah, there's an L. Platoon. It's not platoon. It's oh, let me spit at the teeth.
I said platoon.
All right. And that pylon, though it did die, is going to let Tharkun know that it is all Marine and medvac. And once that Psystorm ability is finished, and that high temp with a lot of energy is going to be incredibly valuable.
Yeah, so it's going to really be up to these high temps to hit their storms. Like, create a perfect storm.
That's no. 5 points from Iron Sparks.
How about a blizzard?
Okay, 5 points back. That's good. You're bouncing out. All right, let's see. This Marine is checking.
Unlike what Blizzard's doing.
That's bad. All right, well, Marine heads down to what would be the natural 3rd expansion for Tharkun,
and speaking of natural 3rd expansions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we? All right, so the collapsible rocks are used to wall off that area. An interesting feature of these new map features.
You know, I think this army could take this army.
Yeah, just go eat those. It does look like psychic abilities kicking in. I don't know. Tharkun decides to expand out here. This Marine's gonna run in. He's got his stim power, and hello, High Templar. High Templar going, run away! I miss when they get their own little attack.
Those were only the hero High Templar.
From StarCraft 1? They should all be heroes. They cost enough.
Not everyone can be a hero.
They cost enough. They should come as heroes.
No, not everyone can be a hero.
Alright, it does look like a lot of Thorknight's units just ran back. And now we have a huge Zealot army with high temp support and a Ghost Academy going down for Tharkun, which, if I remember correctly, nothing special for Ghosts in this game. Besides, Kerrigan kind of comes back to the Ghost side.
I don't think they added anything to him.
Nope. And alright, let's see. We have a Mothership Core on the way. We have an Immortal on the way, probably to deal with those tanks that he saw earlier. And a lot of defensive Widow Mines. These are going to be really, really helpful. But observers out here to try and spot them and help clean them up. Storm on the stim units, and
he does get that pickoff just in time to save most of his Marines.
Widow Mines are going to get destroyed. Now, I do like that Tharkun is just moving in a small amount of Zealots at a time.
He didn't do that on purpose.
I'm going to give him credit.
You know, I'd really like to see a Storm. Yeah, there we go. I would like to see, but I would like to see a feedback on that medvac.
Yeah, I did hear a couple feedbacks go down on the other medvacs. They are almost dead now. There's no Stalkers mixed in with this army, so there's nothing to hit the air.
No.
It looks like a lot of Zealots are up.
He really does not believe in Stalkers.
No, he is saving the gas essentially for high temp.
Which, you know, I disagree with. I think he would benefit from these Stalkers. I mean, he's not even producing them any high Templar.
Bunkers go down. A lot of units getting shredded, except these Marauders out there are definitely going to help hold the ground against these Zealots. Archon's being morphed in here, but it looks like that's quickly going to get destroyed by the Marauders, and we have another warping of Zealots. I don't know about this call. I really think he should have switched over to Stalkers if he wanted to continue the attack.
You know, I think he should have switched over to Stalkers a long time ago. I mean, Zealots, they're a decent unit, but they're not going to be good against these ranged units. You know that there's tanks, you know there's Marines and Marauders.
The one thing that those Zealots did do, I mean, if you look at Tharkun's minerals and gas right now, he's sitting on quite a bit. It kind of held Thorknight into his base, but now that third, which is being watched by a medvac, is probably going to fall down. We have another Another engagement here outside of the main nexus, which is mined out. And
Yeah,
it looks like he tried to snipe the Templar Archives, but no win on
Yeah,
that one.
but in response, Tharkun Photon overcharged his nexus.
Yeah, so the nexus is easily going to be able to defend itself, and now that third looks like it's going to fall because I don't see Tharkun's army anywhere.
That's because Tharkun's army is this little thing.
Oh dear, that's not. So the third is going to fall with plenty of chrono boost left on it, and this one Marine is just going to go to town on the Stargate. There goes the nexus.
You know, this could take that out.
It could. It could. It won't. It could.
You know, this is probably not the greatest positioning to try to go out with a very small
he kind of
army.
walked right into a decent spread out concave.
But
from
he does
Thorknight.
get some decent storms off, so it's going to clean some stuff up. Because
Tanks are down. I love the sensor tower that's just plopped right there. I do think that those immortals need to take it out.
Alright, so we finally did kill this Marine in the nick of time.
So weird. I mean, stalkers. Just, it's weird.
No. We don't believe in those here.
Okay. And let's see, back at Thorknight, he did expand to his 4th now, so his economy is definitely going to overtake the Protoss economy. And upgrades, we're sitting on superior upgrades for the Terran player. He has the vehicle upgrade. He has all his bio upgrades. I'm leaning towards Thorknight right now.
You know, it could be his game to win as long as he doesn't... As long as he's smart. He knows what units Tharkun's building, and he knows what he needs to do.
I think that he definitely needs to be applying pressure. Thorknight has the advantage as a Terran player that he can build up his army a little faster than Tharkun.
Oh my god.
There we go, Stalkers. That's going to be a good call for Tharkun, and I do know that Colossus Tech is on the way for him as well.
Yeah, and one thing about Tharkun, I mean, he was almost taking out a building with 1 Marine.
Well, granted, a lot of the building was taken out by the initial wave, and here we go, small engagement right here. If microed correctly, though, I think Tharkun could overcome this, but there are 2 tanks about to siege up outside that ramp, and moving out those Widow Mines to help negate a lot of life.
But there is an observer, and it looks like Thorknight's going to be able to
cancel.
Yeah, he's going to be able to deny that third, but
Widow Mine's definitely effective on negating the southern front.
But he is able to quickly take him out, and Yitzhak only got off 1 hit, and
chasing him back now. I mean, but he needs to warp in units. I mean, both players. I mean, they're doing great. They're landing good blows on each other. They just need they need reinforcements so they continue to pummel their opponent.
You know,
This is a good sized army though.
If Thorknight had moved out with this in addition to what he
had,
had,
yeah. I think if he had waited just a little bit. Now there are Colossus on the way. There's 2 in production at 2 Robo bays. Ooh. He knows there's a giant probe transfer going on, so he knows Tharkun is mined out at both the natural and the main. We have a bit of a concave here. We have the stim. Bring down the HUD for you guys, and it looks like this may be the decisive battle.
Yeah, there's the GG. Tharkun knew he didn't have what it took. If he could have gotten those Colossus out earlier and had units in general.
Yeah, if he had a bigger death ball and he had those Colossus out, I think if he had went the Colossus instead of the high temp, it would have helped.
You know, I mean, he had decent storms. So
yeah, I mean, he tried to do the harassment with the Oracle, so kudos to him for trying to use the Heart of the Swarm units. But Thorknight just he used the Widow Mines effectively. Only really the new unit from Terran that we saw in this game, and he just a solid, a good, not a solid, but maybe just a close to solid bio play. Leave a comment down below on what you guys thought.
Hit that like button.
Hit that subscribe, share button. Did we hit the like button yet? Come on, hit the like button. You can do it. Hit the like button. We'd appreciate it. Please.
So will the like button.
Yes, and the subscribe button. We love the subscribe button. So will you. Touch the subscribe button.
They're feeling lonely.
So yeah, good luck, have fun, have a great weekend, guys.
GG.
GG.